in Bensley. Welcome to Chow Time. Each week I bring you one of my recipes, and they're always very easy and they're always interesting. On the menu today, rustic Irish potato casserole. What's interesting is the great potato famine that happened in Ireland. In the 1800s, the Irish were a pretty poor people, and they subsisted largely on potatoes, which provided nutrients and vitamins and carbohydrates, and they would eat it for breakfast and lunch and dinner. Sometimes it would be with a little bit of cabbage or a little bit of fish, but potatoes were their mainstay. Well, in 1845, a fungus affected the plants, and the winds kept spreading it, and this lasted for 6 years. Over 1 million Irish people died, and another million moved to the United States to start a new life. Well, I can tell you that the Irish potato famine is over. I traveled in Ireland with family, and we were all over the countryside, and it seems like with every meal we had fried potatoes, and after about day 4, I wasn't feeling that great. I needed some healthy food in my diet. So we stopped in a small restaurant, and I begged the waitress. I said, please, could I just have some broiled fish and a salad? That's all I want. She very cheerily said, no problem. I'll go get it. So she came back. It was deep-fried, battered fish with a side of French fries. And then she went back to get my salad. When she returned, she places in front of me a bowl of potato salad. I kid you not. This is a true story. I have some potatoes boiling in a pot. 4 large russet potatoes that I've peeled and chunked. And I'm just going to boil those until they're tender. And while those are cooking, I am sauteing 2 medium onions and a little bit of olive oil until they're soft. And now I'm going to chop 2 tomatoes add these to the onions. And then we're going to let these cook until the tomatoes break down a little bit and most of the moisture is cooked off. You want them to be slightly moist, but you don't want any liquid in there. Okay, it's just been a few minutes, and the onion and tomato are perfect. See, they're nice and moist, but a lot of the liquid from the tomato has cooked out. So we can just turn that off. Now the potatoes are tender, so we're going to take them over to the sink and drain them. Do not rinse them. Put them back in the pot. Then we take them back over to the stove. We're not going to whip them. We're just going to mash them with a fork. We want this to be rustic. We want to have some actual pieces of potato in this casserole. And then we season the potatoes with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And we're going to now slice up some Irish cheddar cheese. Kerrygold happens to be a brand I got at my local grocery store. It's very good. It's been aged for 2 years. And the reason I'm a fan of Irish cheddar cheese is because it's got a nice sharpness to it, but it also has a nice nuttiness to it. Now, cheddar cheese has been around England since the 1300s, but Irish cheddar cheese has really come into its own. A lot of the Irish cheddar cheese that you find in your grocery store is produced by small family-run farms. So we're going to cut this into slices. We'll need about 8 slices. And, you know, a lot of people picture cheddar cheese as being that orange color, but traditionally, Irish cheddar cheese is either this pale yellow. You can also buy it marbled, which is very interesting. Now let's put everything together to make this casserole. Your potatoes. Tomatoes and onions. All right, first we're going to use half of the potatoes. Put that in the bottom of a buttered casserole dish. Spread it out like that. Then we use half of the onions and tomatoes. We put a layer of that right over the potatoes. And then we're going to put a layer of Irish cheddar cheese. And then we just repeat the process. Bake it in a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. Now I did put this on broil just for a couple of minutes at the end. Layers of tomato, Irish cheddar, onions, and potato. 4 simple ingredients. And a fantastic dish. So simple, so rustic, so good. I almost forgot. It is illegal to have Irish cheddar cheese without having a Guinness with it. Cheers. And always remember, well, it goes without saying, they'll take.